It's a new day in the rainforest, and the mood is grim. The mutual animosity between Panther and Ocelot has cost both of them a meal, a fact which has done nothing to improve their already strained relationship. Neither cub is willing to abandon the plot of land they both inhabit, so each has taken to pretending that the other doesn't exist. They are going to great lengths to stay as far away from one another as possible. Not the easiest approach when sharing a space, but still. The animals are resolute. When necessity requires them to be in close proximity, they refuse to acknowledge the other's presence, each merely acting as if they are alone. Such a living situation is difficult to maintain, however, and when passive aggression alone isn't enough, the two youngsters often come to blows. The sun is out, the weather is mild. Today has all the makings of what should be a perfect day for the Ocelot, but there's someone who wants her gone. The Panther cub has dramatically changed his strategy in dealing with the Ocelot. Instead of purely ignoring her, he has adopted a far more aggressive approach. It has become clear that the Ocelot is not going to leave of her own volition, so the Panther is now trying to force her out. Intimidation tactics are just the first of the tools in his arsenal, but they are remarkably effective. By frightening the Ocelot every time she approaches the waterhole, the Panther is limiting her access to vital resources. If she's lucky, the Ocelot will be able to find water elsewhere. But with the Panther stalking her every move, keeping ample space between them is her first priority. The Panther cub's antagonization of the Ocelot continues. It would seem, in this situation, that the Panther is the more dominant of the two. He is more aggressive than the Ocelot, more outwardly hostile, and more prone to acts of violence. But the young Ocelot is far tougher than she appears, and fiercer than she lets on. Though it may appear that she is allowing herself to be bullied, it is becoming increasingly clear that she's staying for a reason. The Ocelot is deliberately misleading the Panther, allowing him to believe that she is weak and easily pushed around. In truth, she is anything but. She will wait until the Panther grows lazy, and then she will have her revenge. The Ocelot's time has come. Over the past several days, the Panther has become increasingly complacent. His attacks are now half-hearted, his behavior languorous. He believes himself to have the upper hand, and as a result he has become lazy, dangerously lazy. And so it is that the tables begin to turn. The Panther's confidence in his own superiority is so great that he lets down his guard, something that should never be done in the rainforest. His attitude towards the Ocelot is flippant. He truly believes that she is not a threat, but the Panther is about to learn just how wrong he is. The battle has begun. The Panther uses his powerful hind legs to try and fend off the Ocelot, but his kicks do little to deter her. The Ocelot is in her element now, while the Panther is on his back like an inverted tortoise. He has the advantage of being far larger than the Ocelot, but in close combat, any supine position is a vulnerable position. The Ocelot lunges for the Panther's throat, but the Panther manages to use her momentum against her, giving himself just enough time to scramble to his feet. On all fours, he is a more formidable opponent, and so the Ocelot seeks refuge in a narrow cave. This is an ideal spot to regroup. She can move easily around the cramped space, but the Panther is too large to follow.